After finally waiting for so long, Sony has finally come out swinging with their brand new console, the PS5. We've seen the video. We've seen how it looks. And with this launch of this new console, they took a different approach. They actually released 2 different versions of it right off the gate. Yeah. Now, obviously the design is pretty controversial. Some people really like it. Some people really hate it. But another thing to note is that with the announcement of their 2 consoles, they also released the new Sony camera that was introduced. They also released tons of games, way more games than the Xbox did when they did their launch, as well as obviously they're very sleek and really nice looking controllers. So obviously they really came out swinging this time. During this event, Gran Turismo 7 was announced, the new Resident Evil game, the God of War. Tons and tons of things were released in this press. Yeah, it was a pretty long event too. It was like an all day thing. With the live stream. Mm-hmm. They did a good job of building up the hype, I would say. Yeah, for sure. How do you guys feel about them? Revealing 2 consoles at one time?
That took me by surprise. I didn't see that coming at all.
I've never seen that. You always see the first flagship console. Mm-hmm. You never see 2. And if you do see 2, you would always see one maybe 6-7 months, right?
Months after.
Yeah. But I think in 2020, I guess they know the game now. Digital console.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's the main difference between the digital one and the regular one. The regular one has your traditional CD discs to be able to play your video games as well as your DVDs, your Blu-rays, and things like that. Whereas the other one is is like it says in the name, is a digital one. Yeah. I feel like it's a good move because right off the bat you're coming off with both options. It gives people something to choose in between, because obviously they were releasing their console, but now not only that, but now you have an option within the console right off the gate. And so I think it's really interesting to see what people are going to gravitate towards, because obviously people diehard gamers and enthusiasts will still want to collect the actual games themselves, as well as their Blu-ray, DVD movies, and things like that. But at the same time, we talked about this before with Stadia and how things are going towards cloud-based gaming. And, on the other side, we have the digital one. So, that eliminates that need to be able to have those physical copies there for you. So
yeah, you're slowly seeing, even with this release, them slowly going into eliminating CDs.
Mm-hmm. Which I hope they don't, but
I think they will.
Eventually. You're on the. You like having the physical copies, right?
Well, when you get a collector's edition, clearly you're gonna come with a physical copy. I've seen digital. Wait, have I seen? I guess maybe they can do digital.
Well, later on it will be like a digital. Yeah, it'll be. It's already included in there.
Yeah, but also let's say the. What is it? The whole business of like GameStop's whole business wise will be completely eradicated if they decide to remove physical discs. Yeah. There is no more trade-ins. That will not exist anymore. It's all digital. Yeah. Plus, when you're done with digital, you can't. It's just stored, right? In your your library.
It's what's happened with music. Nobody buys CDs anymore.
That's true.
Vinyls came back a little bit, but in general, people don't really buy physical copies. That also kind of reminds me of the way that Blockbuster went as well. They were brick and mortar store. You come in, you trade in. Not trade in, but you come in and you rent physical copies of movies, bring them back in. Then obviously when Netflix, RIP Blockbuster. And obviously when Netflix came in, it really changed the whole dynamic of the game. Yeah. So it's really interesting. Like you said, cloud-based gaming is definitely going to be the future, the way to go.
They're seeing that. They're like, let's do this now before it's too late. Yeah. Before somebody else comes through and does this.
Well, having something to be more digital doesn't have anything really to do with cloud-based. It's like what is it? You save storage, physical storage. You save storage
for with having CD.
With having CD, you don't save storage. Cloud
100%. Yeah.
Cloud-based will have, again, it's all runs online. With this, even if it's a digital console, you're gonna still
need storage for it. It's like your phone.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to download the application, the game. You're gonna download it, but once you download it, you'll be ready to go. When it comes to Stadia or anything like that, it's all again. It's based on internet, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when your internet's gone, cloud's gone.
Yeah.
When this system is there, when
It's
your
already-
internet's
it's still
gone, you
downloaded
still be
on.
able to play.
But
So
hey.
you still have an advantage of
Yeah.
it. But like I could see if a console goes all digital, right, in the near future, they'll still have a one up against cloud gaming.
Oh, okay.
And in the future, I mean, this is right now,
Mhm.
so that's why they have to do this, where they give you a console that's just strictly digital, and it's a bigger, it holds more RAM or whatever.
And Xbox has done it too.
Yeah.
Xbox was the first one to do the digital game. The Xbox One S, digital is it's just there's no disc drive in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like a lot of people that's how they purchase their games. They just download it straight into their console.
Now, going back to the point that you just said, the Xbox One S,
Yeah.
they did the digital one.
Yeah.
That model was inferior to the regular Xbox, right?
not really.
Like those specs weren't as good.
No, it's a One S.
Like-
The only thing is it's all digital, and it was cheaper.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was cheaper. So I do think this console, you will have the PlayStation 5 with the disc
Mm-hmm.
with the disc drive, and then you'll have the PlayStation 5 digital, right? Of course.
Mhm.
But I do think prices will be different in between both of them
Yeah.
because
Well,
the digital will be cheaper.
yeah.
I saw something there
See,
was
that
like a
makes
set.
sense.
There was only like 400 something, I think, gigabytes or maybe something else. But Xbox gave you more options, I think,
Oh, really?
to expand, which is kind of weird. Like, you would
Something
think,
you're gonna need, yeah.
yeah, if you're gonna have a lot of games in the digital
Yes.
console, it's like you're gonna need a lot of.
Bro, 500 is nothing compared. to
Yeah, you'll blow through that storage real quick.
You blow through that in one
I'm definitely paraphrasing. Like I don't know exactly what the specs were, but
Mhm.
it's something along the lines where I saw that it just had one set.
Mm.
And then Xbox had like different options, kind of like how Apple gives you different options for their phones.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
They give you the 36, the 16, or whatever.
Mhm.
So that's crazy. That's like the new
Benchmark.
what it is now. Yeah, it's like you're all right. Which one are you buying? Whichever one has the most storage.
Yeah.
And before it was like no, everything comes set in there. Like that's it.
Right, like they offer only the
Yeah.
500
Yeah.
gigabyte hard drive.
All
alone.
inclusive. How do you guys feel about the graphics? We, like I mentioned, they announced a lot of games, way more games than Xbox did
Looks
during their
insane,
launch.
man.
Gran Turismo look crazy.
Insane.
I mean, Gran Turismo looked beautiful.
I mean, clearly you have to upgrade your monitor for something like that.
Yeah.
I
So I was
That's
watching
true.
on my iPhone. I was like, it still looks pretty fire, but it's
Bro,
not.
Can you imagine it playing it like
Yeah.
like on the monitor? Like
It's gonna look crazy.
yeah, it looks gorgeous, man. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
Did you guys have any like game in particular that you guys saw that really gravitated towards?
There was a couple. I think I like the what was it called again? Sackboy for
yeah.
Little Big Planet.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
they
That was so
brought
cool.
right, yeah.
I'm so glad
Something
they
for
brought
the
that.
kids.
Yeah,
And
that
something-
game is so fun. Like Little Big Planet, you play with a group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
So fun. They also had Deathloop, which I thought was BioShock at first because it had a similar
It looked
feel.
like it, right?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking
At
about.
first,
the
it looked like
gameplay
it.
looked kind of like. I even told them I was like, why does this look like BioShock?
Yeah, the way
Looks
they
cool.
like they had their masks
Yeah,
and
the
everything.
environment,
Yeah,
yeah. Looks
but
nice.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's some sort of like similarities of like not similarities like not like within the game connections. I'm talking about like same companies maybe
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
something like that. I also but I just like the game in general. It looked fun.
yeah.
It looked really good.
Mhm.
I like the whole idea. The characters seemed cool. It was
Yeah.
that was a cool looking game. I don't know what else.
Ratchet and Clank looked good.
Yeah,
Um,
that looked cool.
Resident
Game
Evil
come
looked
back.
good, but to be honest, I haven't played Resident Evil like lately, so I'm kind of lost on the story.
Resident
I
Evil
mean-
looks very confusing.
Yeah.
I'd have to like go back and like either read what has happened in the last few Resident Evil games or something.
I
I
man,
mean,
but,
it
like,
starts getting like that when you get to the eighth.
Yeah, it's on this eighth installment.
Yeah,
man.
like that's like Fast and Furious. It gets kind of like cloudy.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
It's just I mean, you're looking at like as like things are panning through the trailer, the
Mhm.
reveal,
Yeah.
and you're just like looking at you try to see what you can. You see little images of like the Umbrella Corp here. I got to see that a little bit, and at the end you see Chris. Chris does not look anything like
Nah,
like
he
Chris
looks,
from the ending of Resident Evil 7.
he looks pretty
He looks a lot older. But again, I'm not sure if it was just to do like maybe the angle that they were showing the trailer. I don't know what or
Maybe he's
he
older.
I'm pretty sure he is. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, man, things have really changed. Because the storyline just looks crazy. But then again, I'm like, I have no
Yeah,
idea
the
what's going
storyline was
on.
kind of
Man.
No idea what's going on.
I think they also talked about a God of War.
I didn't see that.
Did they? I didn't miss that.
thought I saw
I didn't see
something
the
like
whole
that.
thing, so I don't really.
quote me on
I missed
that.
I missed a couple things.
But anyways, but with this reveal, with this reveal comes the $1 million question: who's gonna win the console wars? Xbox or PS5?
Well, for me, PS5 won because that's what I'm buying. That's what I think it's gonna do.
You think it's too soon to tell?
Way too soon to tell.
I think I mentioned this in one of the other videos before, but you know, I was pretty in the middle.
Really?
You know, because I've had both systems in the past before,
Yeah.
so I don't really have loyalty to one brand over the other. However, I am a huge Halo fan. So
it wasn't any Halo.
But you know, after seeing this reveal, this PS5, that design just looks so sleek.
That's what I'm saying.
The
it
LED
looks cool
lighting,
too. Yeah.
you know,
it low-key looks like a router, but it still looks dope. It looks dope.
It looks like Alienware. It looks like an Alienware machine.
Yeah, that's also true.
The Xbox just looks, every time I look at it, like now that I'm thinking about it, it just looks a little too basic. Just a little too basic.
Yeah, they definitely. I feel like they took like the Tesla approach with the Cybertruck, where they just did like a bold.
Really, because I was gonna say the PS5 kind of gives like a Tesla look. If you think about the Model X,
I'm talking
and all
about
that.
the PS5. I'm not talking about the Xbox.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it just because it definitely doesn't look like a regular console anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, they definitely went for like a bold design. The white looks really good with the LED blue strips down. I think PS5 might have won my heart, to be honest.
I think
in
so.
the hardware department, yes.
Hardware.
Really? In the hardware design.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It has a really nice appeal, a curb appeal.
Yeah.
For sure.
But in the inside,
the Xbox
is still.
I mean, it's always been, right? I think it's always been.
Has it always been like that?
I feel like it has. I think so. I don't know. I've always heard people say stuff like that.
I mean, when the PS4 Pro came out, they always said that it was like upscaled 4K, so it wasn't like true 4K. When the Xbox One S was like true 4K, and the Xbox One X is also like 4K with like crazy hardware inside. So
yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. How like you could always hear like Xbox would always have a little bit.
It's always had that edge, but it doesn't. It's always had that edge, but it still doesn't like. I don't think Xbox is has as much clout as PS5 does, or just PlayStation in general. Like more people bought. I feel like technically they did. More people bought PlayStation these last few years, I think, than the Xbox.
It can change in an instant though.
That's true.
That's not with you saying clout. I don't think that plays a factor when it comes to consoles, because what plays a factor are the reveals. These reveals play the factor, because when Xbox came out and told everyone that the new Xbox One, when it released, had to be hooked online for you to play and do whatever, people were outraged.
Yeah, they didn't want it.
That's the reason why everyone switched to the PlayStation.
Wow.
Because Xbox was on top. I mean, Xbox, everyone loved Xbox, right? But that was one of the biggest things why Xbox failed to capture all these people when this new generation of consoles came out.
Yeah.
That's what made everyone shift, but like, no. And PS4 took all of that under control. Like, they even said, we're not doing that. You can play without internet connection. You can do anything and more. Same as a console. This is a pure gaming thing. When Xbox also decided to take that entertainment system routing, where they would also focus on more entertainment, right? Have more like movies and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Rather than focusing on pure gaming.
Yeah, and PlayStation is more known, I think, for their games being very storytelling, like their campaigns.
I mean, if you go back to PS3, if you go back to the PS3 and the 360 when they first were announced together, you would be saying the complete opposite, because when PS3 came out, when they gave that price, everyone was no way.
Yeah.
No way I'm getting this PS3. Yeah, this is an outrage. Nothing. No way.
Yeah.
And you have what? You're not offering Wi-Fi or you know what I'm saying? It has to be Ethernet.
Yeah.
There's no way. So that's what I'm saying. It's what they control what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Hype is hype is everywhere, but they can't be stupid this time, which is also why it makes things very interesting, because they can't F up. So
they currently have more hype though, at the moment.
Yeah, I don't
PlayStation.
think. Yeah,
at this very moment,
I definitely agree with that. Like, what you're saying is right.
Yeah.
But what really captivates the younger demographic is, for lack of a better word, is the clout. Is the It's the appeal of it. The grand appeal of something, and the way that this event was organized, the way.
And it could be for that very reason, like you said.
I feel like that really captivated a lot of people, because, I mean, to be honest, I think it definitely looks way better.
It just looks cooler.
It just looks cooler, for sure. The controllers look cool.
Nice.
Like I mean even the camera looks cool.
Yeah, the headphones.
But I mean, but speaking of price, man, it's interesting to note that like they didn't reveal a price.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna reveal it.
Why do you think they didn't reveal a price?
Probably for the second console.
Second console?
I think the second console might have the like choosing between like a larger storage space.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why. They're probably.
What do you mean? You mean like it depends, or
like that one specifically the digital one?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That one's gonna have like options, I think, for like larger storage.
Oh.
More storage.
But they could have announced that though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be out by the time this video is released.
No, definitely. And I also think they're also waiting for Xbox to see what they're gonna bring out.
Oh, because they haven't announced either.
Yeah, they have something else coming out, right?
Yeah, they have something else coming out by the end of the month. So.
They playing chess,
yeah,
bro.
They're playing chess, man.
Yeah, man.
And Stadia's playing checkers.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll definitely see how that plays out.
All right, guys. So let us know. Let us know in the comments. Like what are you guys feeling the most? Are you guys leaning more towards Xbox, PS5? What's drawing your eye to one thing versus not the other? Let us know.
Yeah.